I swear, being a Jets fan is just a never-ending roller coaster of emotions of are we good, are we frauds, is this sustainable, can we change anything, highs and lows, it's never-ending, and it just seems like the play as of late has been perfectly described as a roller coaster. Like, this team cannot just maintain some consistency. Like, you have a great couple of games that you've been able to string along when you're the Jets. You know, you go back and you look at what they've been able to accomplish, you know, against the Sharks. You win 4-3. It was a closer game than you'd like against the Sharks, but whatever, you still win the game. You beat the Canadiens 4-2 after losing to the Knights in that terrible overtime loss. So, you know, you win 2 in a row after that loss. You got the point in that game still, even though it was a terrible loss. You got a 2-game win streak going. You're playing the Ducks, and you lose it with like 26 seconds left in the third period. Like, just absolutely terrible. Not to mention, this is the 5th game in a row that Eric Comrie has started in, and the Jets have lost. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that they've only scored like 6 goals in those 5 games. Or maybe 7 goals. It's absolutely insane, the lack of performance that we're getting from the entire team when Eric Comrie is in net. Usually in the past, it's been the other way around. When the backup goaltender is in, the team up front performs. It helps, you know, kind of, I wouldn't say carry, but definitely, you know, they know Connor Hellebuyck isn't in net. It's the best, safest way to put that. And tonight's game was just, they just fell short completely. They were that first period, if you watch that first period, like, I am sorry for you. I'm sorry for myself for watching that first period. I can't believe I even sat through it. That first period was so bad that I didn't even watch the second period. Like, I checked in on score and I had it on my phone every, like, you know, couple of minutes. I would go between, you know, playing video games and checking that out, and it was just boring still. And thank God things were able to pick up a little bit in that third period, because, you know, yeah, you're going to get that goal from Velarde in the second period as well, and the Vetrano goal as well, so you get some scoring, but it was still just a boring, sloppy game from Winnipeg. The third period starts up. We get some exciting momentum with that Scheifele goal from that great 400-foot skating play from Kyle Connor. Like, when they did that tracker for the distance for that goal, incredible. Great goal. Shows why that top line, when they're on, they are super, super deadly, as well as Ehlers. He makes his return tonight, and he gets an assist on that power play goal in the second period by Gabe Velarde, so you absolutely love seeing that. Him being back and healthy is going to be huge for the offense, so again, I absolutely love that. But, you know, then Vetrano again gets his 9th of the year, his 2nd of the game, ties it up, and, you know, you're like, okay, you got to get to overtime. This is one of those situations, again, where you're against a bad team, they're fighting, you are just being completely outplayed, and just, you're not performing whatsoever either. Like, let's not be real. Like, were the Anaheim Ducks an incredible team tonight? Absolutely not. But they were better than the Jets, because the Jets just didn't show up. The Jets didn't have a shot on net. Look, how many shots on net did the Jets have? The Jets had 4 shots on net in the first period, 4 in the second, and 3rd in the 15. In freaking 40 minutes of play, they combined for 8 shots on net. Like, that is unacceptable. Like, unacceptable. When you get to look at the games, like I said, they did have, like, against the Sharks, pretty good game. Like, honestly, like I said, the Sharks, bad team. You have to win that game, and they did. And, yeah, you could have slapped them around, but it was a little closer than you'd like. They still win the game. That's all that matters. And in the Habs game, they really kept the foot on the gas all game, had great saves from Connor Hellebuyck, and they won a great game. You know, and you had good depth scoring in that as well. And for the Jets, Kyle Connor with a goal and assist in that Montreal game, Morrissey with 2, Kyle Velarde with a goal and assist, Adam Lowry with a goal, Mestikov with a goal. Like, you had everyone showing up that didn't show up in that game. And then you come into this matchup against the Ducks. The power play gets a goal because, you know, Anaheim is Anaheim, so hopefully you're able to score on them on the power play, because the Jets' power play has been a bit inconsistent at times as of recently. But, you know, outside of that, there really wasn't any real momentum. And even then, the Jets had a power play opportunity, and at the end of that game there, and they pissed it away. They weren't able to do anything with it. So, like, just a horrible loss, and the inconsistency as of late just sucks. Like, the Jets gotta get it going. I know they're going into the Christmas break. I know they're gonna have some time off. I know they had that really crazy road trip that they're still pretty much recovering from. Like, I know they had their games at home, and that was good for them and whatnot, and then they're back on the road again. It's been rough for Winnipeg, I get that, but you gotta be able to beat bad teams. You need these points. You need to, if you want to win the division, you want to keep this up. Minnesota, all these teams are playing well right now. You gotta win games like this, and and it just bothers me that the Jets haven't been as consistent as you would like to see in a matchup where they should have been able to really shine and take advantage. And also, with Eric Comrie in net, you got to show up and play better than that. Eric Comrie, I'm not a big Eric Comrie fan when it comes to his on-ice play. I think there are better options. I have made myself very clear on that. But nonetheless, Eric Comrie is one of the most likable NHLers and the exact type of teammate you want to have. And to see the team just shit the bed in front of him 5 nights in a row now that he started, it's sad. He doesn't deserve that. He's made some lights out saves in these games, and he's kept the Jets in it. That first period, in this game alone, he kept the Jets in it, and he has been really good when the Jets have leaned on him to make important saves, and the offense just has not shown up whatsoever. Like zero effort from the offense when Eric Comrie is in net, and that's just absolutely unacceptable. The Jets need to get some consistency, and they need to get it now. We haven't even talked about Neil Pionk and how bad he was tonight, and the inconsistency with the defense. Logan Stanley is still on this team. They waived Dylan Coghlan with Ehlers coming back, so that probably means that Chibrikov is staying with the team for now. So you waive Coghlan, who I thought had been better than Stanley in the games that he's played. So Stanley's still on this team. Miller was out tonight. It just baffles me. Ville Heinola is not really getting a fair shot. The pairings, especially the bottom pairing, and it's just being so jumbled up right now. There's no consistency and chemistry being built on it. It's a sad thing to watch. I feel so bad for Colin Miller, and I want to know exactly what Chevy kind of sold him on about how if he came back with the Jets, it would be a different this time around, and he would actually get playing time, because unless the guy is secretly nursing an injury, there is no reason why Colin Miller should not be playing night in and night out. He is one of our best defensemen. He's one of the most underrated defenseman on the team, and I've loved everything he's brought to this club when he has been actually dressed and on the ice. So, with Neil Pionk turning the puck over that he did tonight and how inconsistent he's been, and even though, like I said, Neil Pionk, for this start of this year, been incredible point-wise, and he still is, honestly. No real problems with Neil Pionk. He's having a good offensive season, but his defensive metric numbers are the same that we've seen in the past pretty much with him, and he's made, some good plays, he's had some good games, and he's been a better overall player, but, tonight he lost the Jets the game. The Jets could have got a point against, maybe they lose in overtime, but they get that point, and that point is crucial in a standings race right now, and you just can't cough up points like that in the final minute of a game to the Anaheim Ducks. It's pathetic. It's not a good look, and it's a bad loss. It leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and it just sucks. That game against the Knights, it just felt like the Jets got robbed in that game. They deserved to win. It really felt that way. Even though they had a terrible game too in that matchup as well, they felt like they deserved to win. And when they lost, it sucked, and it felt like it was taken away. This game, it felt like the Jets never even showed up. And the fact that it was even as close as it was, that we had a lead, it sucks that we lost it again. And I hate seeing this type of play. I want some more consistency, and I want the Jets to get a damn win for Eric Comrie. He deserves it. He's playing lights out. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below as always. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go. And I will see you guys in the next one.